Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. So today's video, we have a major code. Now, right after we got Don's code, which of course gave us access to our Awakened Heroes, we have another big code in here, which of course is yielding us some pretty good resources. We're getting some Stargazer Scrolls, 3,000 diamonds, and of course some of these time emblems. So regardless of who you're building within the tier list, these are so important to have when you're thinking of Athalia and Leica, Chimera, a couple other heroes absolutely want. And then, of course, we get our Stargazer Scrolls, which is going to give us access to Liberta. We're looking at Nox, Lavatoon, Lucilla, even looking at Demia out of here. A very, very big code. Now, there is another code that is separate from the classic version or AFK Arena in general. That is going to be the Companions. They didn't do the same code on both sides. It is different codes, but there is a code, again, for both sides of AFK Arena. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and we're going to take a look at the Temporal Rift and show you exactly where I am. Now, this is a part that I have kind of forgotten a little bit about. We're going to go ahead and collect it from the Fountain of Time. Now, the only thing that you want to do in here, if you're a newer player into the Temporal Rift, if you're even free to play, if you're getting in here, is Trade Enhancer. This is going to be the one and only thing, and as you can see right here, I'm on level 57. This is the one and only thing that you are going to get within here. The rest of these, not really a big impact. Trade Enhancer is the big one. Even looking at the rooms themselves, we don't have anything in here. We're not using anything. We're not buying anything. Trade Enhancer is going to be your major focus. Now, looking where we're at the Rift, you can see we're already up to floor 221. So starting to make some more progression. Again, we finally got to 5 teams, and I want to run through here and show you all 5 of the teams that I have within here. Now, the first one is, of course, the Awakened version of Belinda. This one is going to run the Axe right here. So this is a combination. So when you think of the utility within here, it is about having the Awakened version of Belinda ult, but it is also about the survivability. Now, we have the Rock Lizard in here. You could also do Panda Dumpty. That's another one that is a little bit newer that you could definitely put into these formations, changing it up a little bit. Just again, the utility works incredibly well. And overall, Aziz is going to be used for the resource generation. Right down here with Jerome, he can buff up like absolutely crazy. Same with Lavatoon, buff up like absolutely crazy. Then Gavis is, of course, going to do the damage mitigation that he is so well for. Looking at our second formation, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drop my formation, the pre-built formations in here. So the second formation is built around Rem. Now, Rem, of course, you could replace with Skyland. You could go in here, if you have Skyland, you could do the Awakened version of Iran, but overall, Rem still does the job, because you'll also notice that we have Leica in here as a damage dealer, Athalia in here, and then Aurelia in here. So it is a very, very strong combination. Now, you'll also notice that we are running Alna in here with Rem. That is a really solid go together. We are also using the Boulder armor in here to up the defense. But overall, Alna is going to keep Rem alive, and ults are going to happen like crazy here. Then we're also using, if you see right up here, we're using our friendly pet that is going to fear Hypos and Graveborns based on the build. So right here, you have Grez, you have Desira, and you have Nara. That is going to allow the fear within there with Talisman. So looking at our third one, this is one we're actually going to go ahead and build out a little bit further. This one is going to utilize the sword or the dagger, I believe it is. And this one, of course, is built around the Awakened version of Chimera and Lady Simona. Both of them together, huge addition. So Lady Simona does energy disintegration. Chimera lives on the energy disintegration. Hilduin's in here as a mage, but also the big damage mitigation. We have Nox back here in the buffer. And then, of course, Ivan is going to be going on the Awakened version of Chimera. Shroom Spooter is going to be doing what they do as a taunt and as kind of a distraction. Going to be a really big burn down team. Now, again, I could swap in here with Baden. We could swap a couple of heroes in here, including Rendell, which I did think about dropping Rendell in here. We also do have Thorin here as a backup, but I know Thorin does die, which can affect your stamina up here. So definitely want to make sure that you're not running the hero in there. I used him a little bit earlier, but overall didn't swap back. Now, the fourth one, this, of course, is the Liberta combination. Again, you could swap out Baden for a couple other heroes, but looking at Liberta with Lucila works super, super well. And this one specifically, we're going to be doing the Meteoric Rise, I believe that's the name of it. But overall, it's just going to be locking down crowd control. We have the cheat death rate down here. And again, we could go through here looking at the formation. We could break a couple other heroes that we picked up. We have Entendre in here. We also do have a few more of our buffers down here. So even if we dropped out Baden and let's say went with the Shuna or went with the Palmer, they would do incredibly well. We could even go with the instant crowd control rate here, which again, it could do super well, especially with this team itself. Now, looking at our fifth and our final formation, this one is going to run, and I believe it's the Ring of Blood, might be a little off on that one, but this one is running Aethys, and I'm running, as you can see, Soulless. We do have the Awakened version of Iran in here as a crowd control, and then we have Misha. Now, Misha is a super, super sport buffer within different game modes, going to work incredibly well. Now, auto battle. I changed this a little bit because skipping the battle animation is great. Stop after reaching the beckoning place. I don't care about the beckoning place. I have the heroes I want in here. If you are newer, the beckoning place is going to be a place where you can get a ton of resources. Stopping when heroes die. This one is good because you're not going to burn through all of your stamina or your endurance up there. Making sure that you have the ability to actually stop. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to activate this. I'm going to let it run through, and you'll see when we start going through these formations just based on stability, didn't lose any stability there, but when we're going through this game mode, having that very, very important buff that we talked about makes a big difference. It supercharges every single hero on your team, and this is going to be probably a walk in the park all the way to, and I believe we're at 260 at this point. Little bit of stability there, but you'll see every couple floors that when we're going through this content, it does make it very easy to go through and very, very streamlined to finish out this game mode. Now, honestly, getting to 300 in this game mode is easy. Going through 5 floors takes quite a bit of time. And I also want to put in, I don't think we had any, which Divine Seals, we're going to go ahead and pick all those. I automate all of this in the entirety, but thinking I don't think we were on the fastest speed. I don't think we were 4 times speed. Might affect it. I don't know if the auto battle, if it's really going to make a big difference. But going through there we go. Defeat all enemies. So we did get a divine reset. Then I'm going to turn it back on auto. We're going to let this run for a little bit. Now, again, once you get your hero set in here, once you're pushing progression, you want to make sure that you have the ability, because again, this is going to take a long time to get through, but if a hero dies, we're going to stop this. That way we can change up or we can add in someone else to the formation. But pretty simple to get through the 300 floors. I've done it, I mean, probably 2 iterations of the Temporal Rift before. When we ran through the Temporal Rift, I got all of my free-to-play accounts through it, all of the faction accounts completely through it. It's not super difficult to get the floor 300. Now, if you want to push further, if you want to go to a frame, that is where the competitive nature within the Temporal Rift does come in. But overall, basic going through here and getting all of the resources, super, super important. Now, of course, remember with that, you get not only loot on all of these floors you're going through, so even thinking a little bit further down here is you're getting a ton of loot coming through and doing all of these floors. And you can see we have to go up to 260. There is a crazy amount of loot all the way up to 260, but you're also picking up your Medal of Courage. Those can be exchanged within the award swap selection. As you can see, we have some pretty cool heroes in here. And honestly, I wouldn't get Hildwyn. I wouldn't get Eugene. The rest of these, absolutely not. I wouldn't get. My primary focus in here is getting my time emblems and getting my Stargazer scrolls. That is the biggest thing that you can get out of here because, of course, that allows you to summon the most current heroes that we have within AFK Arena, making a really, really big difference. All right, guys, so that is going to do it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to let the Temporal Rift go ahead and run until we maximize our floors. But guys, like I said, that's going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.